it is 6:15 p.m. and I have not checked in all day. Essentially, I woke up feeling really shit, and I was not expecting that because I thought I had rested quite well towards the end of last week, but obviously my body hadn't completely fought off. I've been resting in bed all of today. I didn't have any classes or anything, but I did have quite a bit of laptop work to do, which I did some of. I have submitted a piece of assessment, so I'm happy I got that done because there's just so much to do, so I couldn't just completely take the day off. But yeah, it's more like cold and flu kind of symptoms, not like a full-on flu or COVID or anything, I don't think. So look, I'll take that. It's not as bad as it could be. I've just definitely been sneezing and coughing and feeling gross all day, so I'm not sure what tomorrow's gonna look like. But yeah, I just wanted to pick up my camera and say hi and welcome to the video because I haven't yet. I was gonna go do some groceries today, but it's also just been raining and I just couldn't bring myself to do it today, so we will get to that at some point through the week. But yeah, tomorrow I do have uni on campus. It's like our big content day, so we shall see. I'm hoping to go in because I don't really want to miss out on that. Obviously, if I am still like this, I don't want to be sneezing and coughing around everyone. That just wouldn't be fair. So yeah, didn't expect my week to start off like this. As I said, I had quite a good weekend. Like, I wasn't feeling too sick. Went to the Sunshine Coast, went to work, felt quite good, and yeah, I've been struck down. I think it's really just this time of the year at the moment and the weather and everything. There's so many people getting sick, so my body obviously just couldn't hold off. We're about to have dins, and then I'm planning on just probably reading a bit tonight and watching some movies and going to bed early. I think I'll pack all of my stuff ready for tomorrow and set my alarm as usual and just see how I feel. I'll probably wake up and have coffee and all the rest because you know how you normally feel worse as soon as you wake up. I think I'll still get myself ready and all the rest, and then yeah, just see where I'm at. But I'm starting to feel a bit better now, so we shall see. Hopefully our week improves from here. I also really want to get back into journaling and meditation and all of my sort of more like spiritual practices starting this week, because I have fallen off doing so many of those habits that make me feel good for far too long now that it just feels like I never integrated them into my life, if that makes sense. It's so easy for things to like slip away and then so much harder to get yourself back into doing them. And yeah, I'm just so aware of like how I used to be and how like mentally strong I was when I was doing those practices. So mark my words, we will be doing some good journaling and meditation and all the rest this week. But yeah, it should be a busy and hopefully positive week. Yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow and check in with you tomorrow, hopefully when I'm feeling a bit better. I am starting off a new video today. It's Monday, and unfortunately we've skipped a week because I got sick with COVID, the spicy cough, last week. It literally took me out, guys. I was out for the entire week and I still am left feeling a little bit congested and just really weak. My body feels very lethargic and I get very puffed very quickly. It'll be nice to bring you guys along and I guess document my like getting back to good health, because yeah, there's a lot to update you on as well. I got my bloods back today, so I'll update you on that maybe a bit later in the video, just because I don't want to chat for too long, chat your ears off. But it's currently 4:44 and I didn't film hardly anything today, but that's because I was spent studying at my laptop, just the usual life of a master's student. I'm currently trying to get so much of my assessment and done and stay on top of classes and things, because this is our final week of class before we then have a week of break and then we go on placement. So I'm really trying to stay on top of things. I did have to take like 1 or 2 days completely off last week because I had temperatures. That was not good, not a vibe. I was literally my temperatures were so bad, guys. I was gagging as I was walking around. They were making me feel so sick. We've turned a corner. We're feeling better. First we're gonna get some groceries, just topping up for the week, like on some snacks and things. Down my walls just for you to leave. We made it. Tell me why it was busy. I partially went now because I thought it would be less chaotic. It's 5:13 and there are so many people. I mean, I guess everyone's home from work, but I thought they would all be in their houses. No, I was wrong. I got everything, I think, that I had on my list. I'm such a shopper. I love my grocery shopping. I did pick up some new protein powder, which I was not going in there for, but I recently got just like a Coles brand one, I think, and it has not been good. It has not been tasty. It's just very gritty. I tried to have it in a smoothie the other day. So then I came across one of the Keep It Cleaner, or like Kick products, and they had a plant-based one because I am allergic to whey, so I can't have a lot of the regular protein powders, but they had a plant-based one. Picked that up, it was on sale, so that was a little impulse purchase, but because the weather's getting a bit warmer now, I thought it would be a good purchase, worth the investment, to try and find a good protein powder that tastes good in smoothies, so I can make some good smoothie bowls and smoothies, nourishing recipes to have. Look at that, that's glorious. How beautiful is our planet? Hi you guys, a little update from my couch. It is currently, what's the time? 6:25. It is Tuesday. I don't think I've spoken to you guys today. Be prepared for this first bit of the week to be a little bit all over the place because I am still unwell, and we learnt that the hard way. I went into campus this morning because I had class from 9 till 4 and I think I died a little bit inside, but I did go, I did try, so I'm proud of myself for taking a step, but my appetite's just a little bit all over the place at the moment, just lacking a lot of nutrition. I think I also had a bit of a temperature today because I did check that when I got home, and it was kind of up there, and I did kind of get just like sweaty feeling through the day, and I felt really shaky this morning as I was heading in, which was my main kind of blur feeling. I had an orange juice to try and get some sugar into my system. I can definitely feel like how much it's taken a toll on my body, and it's kind of frustrating because I feel like I was doing really well there for a while and I was getting on top of my running and things, and I have now not run in almost 2 weeks. I'm getting puffed walking around. But, so anyway, that was a bit of a wrap up of today. It was nice to see everyone again because I hadn't seen people in a couple weeks, and we all just feel like a big family at this point. I mean, we're with each other like most days, for like many hours through the day, so just seeing everyone's faces was so nice. And it was honestly nice to get out of the house because I have been like bedridden for a while. So I'm definitely feeling better. Like, I think my physical symptoms have calmed down. I feel like I sound normal now. I was very congested for a while there, especially, I was just, not doing well for a while there. Now I think it's just going to be about getting my fitness back and my nutrition back to normal. So I do want to make an effort this week to get on top of that, because we've got a lot coming up that I need to be well for, including placements and things. So anyway, the plan for the rest of the evening, I've done some work since I got home, so I don't think I explained that properly, but so I went for half the day today and then I came home. But I did all of like the prep for the second class, so I think I'll just flick through those slides, but I feel pretty happy with, what I've done already, to do with that content, if that makes sense. But yeah, since coming home, I have done a quiz, so I've now finished all of my quizzes for the semester, which is really nice. I've now got 2 big pieces of assessment due in August, both due before the end of this month, so that's my next priority. And so that brings us to now, and I think I'll probably just type away at this assessment for a little bit longer, and then I'll have a bath, and I think we might be getting fish and chips for dinner, so some fish will be good for some protein and fats and things. But yeah, that'll be my Tuesday. I didn't envision my Tuesday going like this. Like, every day that I've been sick, I've been like, oh, I'll try go in the next day, and I always end up feeling worse than I envision I'm going to, if that makes sense. I think I'm still just not good at like resting when I have to. Like, my body clearly needs the rest, but because I am kind of feeling semi-fine, I'm like, right, I can get back into it. But no, like, I am struggling. So I need to, I think, give myself a bit more grace as we recover. So yeah, we'll see how we go this week, but you guys will be coming along with me, so thanks for that. Tomorrow the plan is to stay at home. Tomorrow we have class from 9 till 4, but it's all just prep for placement, and so I'm going to take that day at home to rest and just do work from home. But my thought process is we're going to get up at like a reasonable hour, and I'm going to go for a walk and do like a podcast in the morning. so I can try and get some like gentle movement back in. I don't just want to like sit around and do my work and lie down. I think I need to get myself back into a sort of routine to build myself back up again. So yes, but tomorrow will be mainly at home, so I should be able to chat to you guys a bit more tomorrow. But yeah, that's where we're at. Also, I have been speaking for 7 minutes already, but a little update on my bloods, because I did mention yesterday that I had my doctors and got my bloods back, and so I actually have my results on my phone. We have to do a lot of interpretation of like biochemical data as dietitians, and so I feel like I'm getting pretty good at understanding like each of the markers and things. And so as much as it's just nice to have them on record, I'm also just really intrigued to read the results. So I got the results sent over by my doctor. I just did like a telehealth appointment yesterday to discuss my bloods that I had done about a month ago now, which is crazy. And everything came back really good, which I'm really happy about, except for iron, which was kind of predictable. But I'm really happy that my vitamin D is really good. My kidney function's all good. My liver function's amazing. As my doctor, those were my doctor's words. So yeah, I'm really happy about that. And so I just will try and get on top of my iron by supplementing as I should be every second day. But guys, I fall off the bandwagon, and I feel like it's so easy to with supplements. Especially with iron, because you kind of want to take it at an appropriate time in the day. So iron is best absorbed when you take it with some vitamin C source. And then anti-nutrients in plants and caffeine can also inhibit the absorption of iron. So I actually used to take my iron tablets back when I didn't understand much about nutrition. I used to take my iron tablets in the morning with my coffee, and little did I know that that was literally probably preventing a large amount of that being absorbed in my gut. And so I now take my iron tablets far away from my caffeine, and I take them at night. Means I'm not really taking them with any food though. That could increase its absorption, but look, maybe I'll try and figure out something there. I could maybe have like a few pieces of fruit or something for dessert. Maybe I'll do that, so that I'm getting some vitamin C in to help with its absorption. And so anyway, big blurb basically to say that I'm going to be more strict with taking my iron tablets every second day, and being mindful of how I'm taking them. And then I'll do another blood test in like a month or so and see what my iron levels are doing, but they're pretty shocking. Last resort, I get an iron infusion, but I think I'm going to just be more religious with my taking of them, and we'll see how we go. But I'm really happy, especially with my vitamin D, because if you guys know, if you've been following me for a while, I do struggle with my mental health, and because vitamin D is very important for our brain health and mental health, I was very curious if I was consuming enough vitamin D and getting enough sunlight and things, being that I'm inside a lot with uni. But I am, so that's really good to know. So that was all done prior to getting COVID, so all my inflammatory markers and things were down. They probably wouldn't be down right now, but that's fine. Inflammation is a necessary part of healing and recovering from sickness, so that's a little update on my bloods, because I don't know if anyone was curious or following, but I did say I was going to update you guys. And that's where we're at. We're just going to keep trotting along, taking my iron, and hopefully recovering before I start placement very soon. yes, I'm actually excited. I'm feeling excited, I think, mostly. So that's just a little check-in for Tuesday because, yeah, I didn't really film much, but I was in no state to film, I assure you. Let's go on a little stroll, shall we? I am now lying down doing some lab report work, and I'm currently, yeah, in bed because I'm trying to just rest as much as possible. I'm at the point where I'm just getting a bit tired of feeling unwell, and like I just want to get back to normal programming. So I'm like forcing myself to do a bit of both. So I went on my walk this morning, which was really tiring, but I'm glad we did that. And yeah, I did have a slight temperature this morning, but nothing too crazy. Back to lying down and back to doing some typing on my laptop. I also made myself a second breakfast and a coffee, which is now very watery, but I tried to get some more protein in, so I had avocado toast with a fried egg, and like I am struggling to get that down, purely just from like a lack of appetite, and I don't know, I feel like I have aversions to just like all foods at the moment. Nothing is really appealing to me. Like I get hungry, but the thought of eating anything, like when I try and visualize eating something, like that doesn't sit well. So I don't know what that is, if that's like because I've sort of lost my taste a little bit this time round, but we are trying. I'm trying to just push myself a little bit more each day so that I can get back to my usual self. But yeah, that's kind of a little update. It is 11:15 and I am writing up my report, and yeah, this report is on like recipe modifications for individuals with allergies and intolerances. So when we were in the kitchen last week, which I was unable to go to, which I'm really sad about, but my group did this recipe modification in the kitchen. Of all the recipes, there was a low FODMAP option, so I've chosen to write my report based on that, even though I wasn't there in person. I'm just using the recipe to write this up, but everyone got to actually make the recipes there. Yeah, so now I'm writing up kind of in a report style, like the title of what we did, the aims, the materials, the methodology, but then this subject is a lot about food science and food systems, and so a large part of this too is like doing research into like the physical, chemical and nutritional properties of all of the food ingredients we use, and understanding like how they interact with each other once they undergo processing, and yeah, I guess what modifications you make so that they're suitable to what we've been asked to do. So in this case, making this low FODMAP. So in this case, I'm doing an acai bowl recipe, was one of the ones listed, and basically to make this low FODMAP, also this is a heat pack, if we're wondering. To make this low FODMAP, we just basically used smaller amounts of fruit. So we've got in here 2 tablespoons of acai powder, which is low FODMAP, 30 grams of raspberries, which is low FODMAP in servings less than 58 grams, so that was good. 25 grams of baby spinach, which is low FODMAP in less than 75 gram serves. 85 grams of almond milk, low FODMAP in a 240 gram serving, so perfect. A teaspoon of maple syrup, which is low FODMAP in a 2 tablespoon serving, so fine. and then topping with a third of a ripe banana, half a kiwi fruit, teaspoon of desiccated coconut, a teaspoon of chia seeds. So basically all of the components are low FODMAP in their amounts, and then adding it all together is a nice little alternative of a recipe that anyone with sensitivities and intolerances to FODMAPs could follow and use. Yeah, I'm currently writing a lot. Hoping to get this done today, but there is quite a bit. This is due in 2 days' time, but I also have that big assessment piece that's due next week that I need to spend time doing, so yeah, I'm going to try and get a draft of this done by today is my goal. But yeah, very interesting, and I'm glad I landed on this week's topic because everyone got put into different weeks and did different things depending on the week. So ours was concerned with allergies and intolerances, but then previous weeks did like food texture modification, which is really important for individuals with dysphagia, so swallowing difficulties, whether that's in an acute or a community setting. Basically changing up the texture of foods just allows foods to go down a bit easier and also minimizes any risks of aspirating on food. And then the previous week it was like a Mediterranean diet / the DASH diet. So that's really concerned with dietary patterns, and the med diet is very concerned with eating lots of whole grains, fresh fruit and vegetables, lots of olive oils, olives, nuts, seeds, minimal use of red meats, and when there are meats, it's like lean meats and things like that. And so I think that group did incorporate a lot of olive oil into their cooking. And then the DASH diet is a diet that is suitable for people with increased risk of cardiovascular disease. DASH stands for Dietary Approach to Stop Hypertension, and a large part of that dietary pattern is lessening your salt intake, because we know that salt in the body helps to retain water, and a higher water content in your blood leads to a larger blood volume, meaning that you have higher blood pressure, which then increases your risk of cardiovascular disease. And so I think a lot of the recipes in that week had reduced salt in them. I can't really remember if I'm missing anything else, but I think that was the main point of that week. And then the first week group did high protein, high energy, which is really important, especially in an acute setting for patients who are at risk of malnutrition or are malnourished. Yeah, that's what I'm up to. And yeah, I'm just really happy that I landed on this week because it does really interest me. Guys, I don't know whether to post this photo just here. I haven't posted on my Instagram in so long. Like, it's almost been a month, and I was on such a grind. Why was my eye twitching? Anyway, I was on such a streak of posting regularly, but obviously uni gets in the way, and that's okay. I could post that. I mean, I feel like I want to write up something a bit meaningful though, but I feel like I just don't have the energy in me to do that. But it's such a cute little throwback photo. I found it the other day because I was going through my YouTube videos, and I've put this video in private because I'm not the most proud of it, but it was a dress rehearsal for Lilac Fairy, a variation I did for a scholarship in Sydney, and God, my self-belief and confidence was not there. Especially like this was after I sort of had my growth spurt, and I just did not feel like I had any control over my body and my mind, really. But like I look back on especially that start of the variation, and I'm like, oh my God, like she was beautiful. Look at her go. Like look how high that leg is. So maybe I'll post it. But yeah, some of that variation was not the best because I was just so weak in my ankles, and yeah, it was very challenging variation. And I got the first diagonal quite like under my belt, but I really struggled with the like second half of it. Hi guys, it is now Thursday. I had to check the date. I have the water running, so I won't speak for long. Essentially just checking in. Don't worry, I will bring you guys along tomorrow. We are getting out of the house tomorrow. Hopefully, I need to take a COVID test just to make sure that I am negative. But we're in the hospital tomorrow, which is exciting. So obviously I won't be able to film that, but I'll be able to take you guys on the travel with me there. But we're doing that for one of our classes, and we're seeing sort of like behind the scenes in the kitchen and how they produce, like where they produced, how they produce the food and distribute it throughout the hospital. So it should be interesting. I don't really know if we're doing anything else, but that's tomorrow morning. And so yeah, I did go in to class on Tuesday, but because I had no symptoms, like that's sort of the new rules with COVID now, at least in Australia, is that if you have no symptoms then you're fine to be like out and about basically. But because I'll be in the hospital tomorrow, I do want to rat test myself again, just so that I walk in there with a clear conscience. So yeah, I just want to obviously be negative before I am walking into a healthcare facility, so I will do that tonight. But yeah, essentially today I just rested again. It's felt really like excessive, the amount of rest I've given myself, but I know it's better to do this now and like get well completely than push myself too soon. And yeah, with placement coming up, I need to be well. Good morning. I am just about to head